Good morning, children. Now we are entering into the second lesson of 7th class, second unit of 7th class. Sorry, second unit of 7th class. That is the first lesson, C.V. Raman. The pride of India is a great scientist in India. He invented one of the effect which we call as the Raman effect in the month of February. And on that day we are celebrating as a Science Day. So behind of that is effort is the Raman effect. Behind of the Raman effect, which was the effort he showed that we are going to read now. Some of the information they gave to his. See on the busy Bow Bazaar Street in Kolkata. Kolkata, Bow Bazaar is there in that one science. Actually, here mentioned that it was the headquarters of the Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. It's a science laboratory. Indian Science Laboratory, big laboratory is there. In that, C.V. Raman is working. December month, 5 evening. He is showing some of the experiment to one of the visitor who came to that place, who came to him to know about his experiments. Them he showed. At the time, one young man, he also helping this C.V. Raman. That young man he came to C.V. Raman. His name is K.S. Krishnan. K.S. Krishnan came rushingly, very happily, and he said to C.V. Raman, he informed C.V. Raman that C.V. Raman, Compton got Nobel Prize for his Compton effect. What the Compton effect? Actually, Compton effect is that nothing but our X-ray. X-rays, when they go through some of the object, they will change themselves. That's the Compton effect. For the Compton effect, Compton he got Nobel Peace Prize, sorry, not Peace Prize, Nobel Prize in Physics. That he got. That's the news. And Raman equally excited and felt very happy. He said, it's a good that Compton he got the Nobel Prize. Then he went into deep thinking. And after some time he called Krishnan and he said, Krishnan, if X-rays, if they go through some of the object, if they change, then it must be applicable for the light also. That the thought of the C.V. Raman. Here, we will say some of the things. A few years earlier, H. Compton is the person who got the Nobel Prize and showed that the nature of X-rays changes when passed through matter. Matter means here the object. Actually, Compton effect, you can, maybe you read in your science, it should be a tube, vacuum tube without any air inside. Empty tube it is. X-rays will come in this direction. There is an object. When they fall on this object, they will change. They will change themselves. That is and X-rays we are taking means if any injury in our body, immediately doctor suggests to take an X-ray. That X-ray, because this X-ray is not going through our bones, that bones they will stop. So remaining part, it will allow the rays to go through us. Only bones will appear in one of the block negative. So that way we are getting the X-ray. That it invented by this Compton. He got the Nobel Prize for that. So that the Compton he showed. The changes was depend on the kind of matter. This effect was called the Compton effect. So that's a discussion between Raman and Krishnan. Could light also change its nature when passed through a transparent medium? That was a question that Raman asked himself. Then by saying that Raman, he asked himself a question, one thought it arose in his mind. When these X-rays change themselves when they go through some of the object, why can't this light rays? Because he is doing all his experiments on the optics. Most of his experiments he is doing on the optics in those days. Because of that, he thought in that way. I see here describing the scene. For 5 years, he had been doing research in optics, the science of light. No sophisticated equipment was available in his laboratory, but Raman was confident that he could find the answer with some modifications in his equipment. Actually, in those days, no proper equipment for the Raman to do research. But Compton not like that. He has everything. But Raman, he has nothing. Only few of the equipments are there with him. He modified that equipments and he did his research. Only his confidence it made him to get the success. So should have the confidence, but it should be a confidence, not the overconfidence. He had the confidence, he got the success. 4 months later, on March 16, 1928, Raman announced his discovery of new radiation, describing the behavior of a beam of light passing through a liquid chemical to an assembly of scientists at Bangalore. Now Bangalore we are calling. So in the Bangalore there was a meeting, a scientist meeting. In that scientist meeting, Raman he explained about his experiment. His experiment that one of the light rain, when it go through one of the liquid chemical, how it changes. Actually, if a rain, what the changes will come? Maybe in your science it must be there. So it changes. So if you see just one thing, one example I will say. When you are playing with the tap water, at that time, when small drops of tap water, it will fall aside both sides. If you see that small drops inside, 7 colors will appear. The reason behind of that, the light ray, actually we will see only white color. But when this white color light ray, it enter into that spot of that water, then it changes, it divided into 7 colors. Because of that, we are seeing the rainbow. When the rainy season, after finishing of the rain, we can see a beautiful rainbow in the sky. When this rainbow will form, when it's raining, when the sun also there in the sky. When sun is there in the sky, when it's raining, sun rays, they will go through that water drops, raindrops. When they go through the raindrop, then that white ray divided into 7 colors. That 7 colors form as a line that we are calling as a rainbow. So that the scientific secret behind of that rainbow. Here, Raman also he found some of the secret. And the world hailed the discovery as a Raman effect. Total world it called as a Raman effect. This whichever he explained it in that Bangalore in the meeting of scientists, they called as a Raman effect. For scientific research in this country, it was a red letter day. His discovery caught the attention of the world with equipment worth hardly rupees 200 and limited facilities. Raman was able to make a discovery which won him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930. In those days, he used only 200 rupees to invent this Raman effect. And he had only a few of the facilities in those days. Because of this, he got Nobel Prize in Physics. Nobel Prize in Physics in the year of 1930. Raman was born on November 7, 1818 at Tiruchirappalli in Tamil Nadu. Tiruchirappalli is the place where his birth took place. The year November 7, 1888 is the year in Tamil Nadu his birth took place. Father was a college physics teacher. He was a brilliant student right from the start. When Raman passed his matriculation, his parents were keen to send him abroad for higher studies, but on medical grounds, a British surgeon advised them against it. And Raman stayed in the country to do the MA. Actually, Raman's father was a physics lecturer, physics teacher in a college. And as a teacher, he knows the brilliant boy from the childhood onwards is a brilliant. And his father, after the matriculation, means now we are calling SSC. In those days, they call as a matriculation. After that, he now higher education in India. Because of that, they want to send this Raman to abroad. But one of the British surgeon said that his health it won't be suitable for the abroad environment. Because of that reason, they stopped him and they joined him in MA in India. That at Presidency College in Madras. In Madras, he joined. Science had already made an impression on him and he began to write research papers for science journals. When he was only 19, he became a member of the Indian Association of Cultivation of Science. Meanwhile, respecting his parents' wishes, he took up an administrative job in the finance ministry in Calcutta. His interest in science, however, did not flag. Actually, he joined in an arts course. MA means Master of Arts. In that course, he joined in Presidency College, Madras. But he is interested in science. Because of his interest, he started to write journals to the magazine, science journals, writing some of the research paper. He did some of the research, and that research, about the research, he wrote the articles to the science journals. And at the age of 19, he became one of the member of Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. In the science laboratory, he became as one of the member. On the advice of his parents, already joined as a administrative, one of the administrative in the finance ministry in Calcutta. There he joined in the job, but he not loved the science because his interest in the science that much. He used to spend his hours after office in the lab of the association, working throughout the night. He is going to the office in the morning, and whenever after completion of the office in the evening, he stayed total time in the laboratory by doing some of the research. That the interest he had. In his youth, Raman was mainly interested in acoustics, the science of sound. He studied how stringed instruments like the violin and the sitar could produce harmonious music. As a child also is so curious when you know already violin and you know already sitar. If you meet the strings which are there on them, different string it will give different sound. Different parts, different sound will come. How that should be? It's also in your physics is that it depends on its frequency. So that he did more experiment about that. His interest on it make C.V. Raman as a scientist. C.V. Raman was the first Indian scholar who studied wholly in India and received the Nobel Prize. Some of the other people also received the Nobel Prize, but he is the first person who studied totally in India and who got the Nobel Prize. Is a great person. And he was the first Asian and the first non-white to win such a great award in science. First person in Asia who got the Nobel Prize in Science, that is C.V. Raman. He passed away in the year of 1970 on November 21st. November 21st, 1970, he died. But his memories are with us. February 29th, the day on which he discovered the Raman effect, is celebrated as National Science Day. Every year, February 29th, we are celebrating as the Science Day because he invented on that day Raman effect. He proved to the world that with a minimum, with only 200 rupees, we can prove what work we will think. Means with only few facilities, we can get the success that he showed to the world. And the Raman effect is celebrated as the National Science Day to commemorate his remarkable achievements in science. We are recalling always about his researches. That's C.V. Raman. Be confident but not overconfident. Read the textbook and write the summary.